chess is an art in the form of a sport, right? This quote is quite justified with puzzles like this one, which I've got for you: white to play and win the game. And this puzzle is incredibly tough, specifically to calculate because of the move that exists. There are, one after the other. There are incredible moves in this particular position. So white to play. I'm gonna leave you with this position for a few seconds. White to play, mate in 5 moves. Can you find the brilliant win over here? So think for a while. All right, hopefully you got the solution. It's quite a brilliant one. So let me just take you through the puzzle. The first move, I think most of you have guessed the first move. It's going to be queen to f6 check. It's basically it's kind of a attraction tactic, magnetic sacrifice, decoy. Basically, you drag the king out of it because there is no other option than to capture. So you're dragging the king out of his comfort zone. And one of the most important things when you're attacking is to cut off the escape squares. The next move is exactly designed for that. The next move is going to be knight to f5 check. That's a check from this bishop on a1. You can see there is a nice check. In fact, the knight also stops the king from going back to e7 or g7, which means that can't be done. By the way, look at this. There are two very interesting pins in this position. The h6 rook is pinning the g6 pawn, and this rook on c6 is pinning this pawn, which means basically the knight is immune. It cannot be captured by any of the pawns, and the king cannot go back, which means there are only two options. Either you can play king g5, which we are going to look at, or you can also play pawn to b2. This is the really tough stuff over here. To find the next move is quite incredible. King to f4. Now, when you sacrifice your pieces, like when you sacrifice the queen on the first move, this is not what you calculate because it's not easy. It's not easy to see this kind of moves because you're in the mindset of, check, check, and mate. To find a quiet move like this one, it's really tough, incredibly tough to calculate. So, in fact, the threat of g5 is nearly unstoppable. I don't see a way that g5 can be stopped. As both the rooks are pinning the pawn, there's no actual hope, and the knight cannot be captured. Even if you capture the rook over here, it doesn't really make a change because g5 is still a checkmate, right? What a beautiful checkmate that is. So it doesn't matter what he does here. g5, excellent checkmate. Thanks to this rook here, thanks to this rook here, and the awesome knight, which just it's a knife on f5. Kasparov like to call it a knife on f5 because this knight controls too many squares. It's so powerful. So let's go back. Queen f6 check, dragging the king out. Knight to f5. Now what happens if he doesn't play b2? What happens if he goes to g5? Now here again the move is incredible because the idea itself is very difficult. Bishop f6 check, captured, and now comes king f4. This is, I think, king f4 out of all the moves is the most difficult one to see because the nature of this move is very quiet. You're threatening g5, which cannot be stopped. It's such a powerful move. I think it's Mikhail Tal who said the most impressive move he finds in a game is the those are the quiet moves. They are really impressive. He really found them impressive because the impact it has. This is just crushing. G5 is unstoppable. No matter what you do, just g5, and that's a mate. What an incredible puzzle this is. I think king f4 truly was really tough to calculate. If anyone among you have done it, I would say heads off to you guys. This is really tough to see, but the first move is quite easy. It's also quite elegant. Queen to f6. I'm going to leave you with this position on the board simply because because it's so elegant. The rook over here, the rook over here, and the way all the pieces coordinate with each other, it's really beautiful. So queen f6, an attraction tactic, a decoy, a magnetic sacrifice to start the combination. Yeah, I'm gonna leave you this with this position. So hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. And the quote above is quite right, right? Chess is an art. In the form of in the appearance of a sport, it's actually an art. And when I look at this kind of moves, they're so artistic that it's really inspiring to play such kind of chess. Whenever you sacrifice a queen in your own games, that's really memorable. But however, we don't get to do it very often. So hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until next time.